Welcome back to the Lighthead Online Video Show. This episode of the show is sponsored by Keystone Technologies. Go to KEYSTONETECH.com. Greg, go to KeystoneTech.com. You probably do every day, don't you?
I check it out often. There's always
Yeah.
product to see, and they come out with new product all the time, and it's always good quality, and the service is always there to back it. So you got to trust it.
KeystoneTech.com. And Greg, it's crazy. We just finished doing some podcast work, doing some studio work, and all that. And we were talking about how many lighting shows there are now, man. When we started in this game, there was Light Fair, and that was it, son. You rolled into Vegas or to New York. You saw what you need to see. You could do it bi-yearly even maybe. And then you got the heck out of there, and you're good for the rest of the year. You can go back to work. I mean, Greg, you could spend 8 to 10 weeks of the year traveling to lighting shows now. Maybe more.
I think there are people that do that. That's their business is to go around and kind of figure that out, and whether they're a consultant or a reporter or whatever it is. But it seems like, yeah, that is true. And I don't know if we're at the point of overkill yet or not. But a lot of these shows we've gone to all the major ones, and it does get a little repetitive. There are probably things that we can do differently to maybe take advantage of what you can learn from these shows a little bit, like actually go to the education seminars.
I don't know if that's going to happen.
Okay.
I don't know if that's going to happen.
That might be the way to get more out of it, but yeah.
What we do usually when we go to a show is we, try to avoid having to get a badge. That's the first thing to do. It's like, just get in the show and move on with your life. You don't want to be getting beat by everybody. So we try to avoid that. So usually we not get it, but sometimes we get in. And we get in there and we roll around, we look at all the stuff, and eventually, to me, they're so big that you can't handle the show in a way. Light Fair wasn't like this, but definitely in Frankfurt it was so big. And then Light Fair, you're kind of seeing the same people, you're shaking hands, you're saying hello, and really, you already know all the stuff that you need to know about that vendor. Perhaps you see a new vendor, perhaps you see something cool. But I don't know, man. There's just so many shows. We're going to roll into Light Show West in a couple weeks. Are we going to spend a lot of time at the show, Greg?
I would doubt it. We'll walk through it.
Yeah, we'll walk through it.
But it's hard.
Yeah, I don't know how they differentiate themselves. What is different about Light Show West to Light Fair? What's the difference? What's the major difference?
I think what they at least try to state is their education courses and their offerings that they can do in addition to the trade show portion of it. The trade shows are pretty similar. As we know, there's not a lot of new product that comes out between those couple of months that they're apart. A lot of them are just a couple of weeks apart. But yeah, it can be overwhelming. And I think there's almost got to be a way to focus it more. But how you do that, I don't have that answer. I just think the nice thing, some of the nice shows we go to where they're a little smaller, you can get more out of, because you can get more, you can talk to more people and dive more deep into what they have to offer. If you're at a trade show with thousands of vendors, you don't know anything. You just see a overwhelming load of what all appears to be the same.
Yes, and I think that what, a lot of people, it's about the relationships for them, right? So
yeah.
If you were able to, it was funny because I really liked the DLC show we went to a couple. No, we didn't go this summer, but we went the summer before, and it was more of an intimate atmosphere. People could connect better. The speakers were, you knew what was happening at all times in the show, and if there was someone that was going to speak that we were interested. Like, for example, we went and watched Mark Lean's show, Mark Lean's presentation, and that we always want to see what he's saying, and so we went and saw that one, but. If we saw something we didn't like, but at some of these shows, it's like the educational offerings are so vast, and you have no way to differentiate between which one you'd want to go to and who's a high-level guy, who isn't, this and that, and between that and the parties and the schmoozing and everything else, it kind of gets lost in the shuffle. So I don't know. I think there needs to be some consolidation, or maybe some shrinking down of all the different the shows into maybe 2 or 3 in North America would be enough, I think.
You could even regionalize them, and maybe that's what this LED show West is about. It's a West region versus East. I don't know if they have an East option too, but maybe you regionalize it. Could be a solution to focus it a little tighter, but I don't know.
And then there's all sorts of other kinds of get-togethers, like the International Dark Sky Association. That would be a fun one to go to. That would probably be a good one to go to, actually. Or if there was, different shows that are about solving a specific problem. And I mean, you throw in the NAILD convention, you throw in the NAED convention, you can throw in the NALMCO convention, you throw in thing. You could be, actually, I think it's more than 3 months. I think you could be on the road maybe 6 months a year doing shows. If you included China and Europe and everything, you could be rolling hot. There's probably one in Dubai. Look up Light Show Dubai. Probably comes up.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. All
you think
over
it's
the
because
world.
people want to go to Dubai? Is that what it is? Like, we all want to go to Dubai, so let's have a show there.
That might be, yeah. But they have lighting there as well. Yeah,
well,
no,
I mean,
it is something that, and a lot of the information you can find online now too. A lot of it's on demand and not always needed to be on site to see it. And I think, I feel like attendance overall is still steady at these places, but I'm not sure it'll continue that way, or if they'll have to do more on demand podcast type things where people can listen to when they want to listen to it.
What a great idea. Someone should start a lighting podcast. But what's interesting is that I think that, it just occurred to me, all of this explosion of shows, it's like a combination of LED, IoT, and rebates. It's like a combination of the industry is very dynamic and changing right now, so people need to get answers to questions. It's the lighting business is combining with the Internet of Things, and it's probably going to be one of the primary components of the Internet of Things. And rebates. There's all sorts of free money flowing around out everywhere that everyone wants to get their not free money. We know how it's paid for. Listen to some of our podcasts. Yep. Our last one, episode 43, rebate bus. Go to the getagriponlighting.com website. Listen to that one. That's a wild one, and tells you how rebates are actually paid for. But there's that combination of technological advancement, integration of technologies into like a sphere of the internet, the matrix, and rebates is making like the business just have an overly strong heartbeat. We need to get together to discuss. We need to get together to discuss. No, we need another show here. No, we're this show. We're better than that show. This show's more focused on this, and It's crazy, dude. It's absolutely insane. Too much. I think it's too much. I'm saying it right now on the Light TED online video show that there's too many lighting shows out there, folks. Boom.
You got to narrow them down and find the right ones. And
I think we should just go to everyone and start grading them on our website.
Done.
What do you think? We should do that.
That's
Put it
a
on
good
the
idea.
website.
We've been to most.
I don't think we've been to half, actually.
For the big ones, I guess. But yeah, you're right.
We've been
Spend
to
the
Hong
next year
Kong,
traveling.
Light Fair, and Frank. I don't actually like to travel that much, but I'll do it if you do it. Come on, son. We need to have a good light show like in Rio de Janeiro or something like that. That'd be cool.
That'd be the right spot. Yeah.
No jet lag. And so thanks for listening to the Light TED online. Unless you got something else to say about this stuff, Greg. No?
I'm all good, man. It is. You're right.
Thanks for listening to the Light TED online video show on and sponsored by Keystone Technologies. Go to KEYSTONETECH.com. Light made easy. The retrofit kings.